Good afternoon and welcome back to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama podcast, Grace in Progress. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. I'm Buffy. I'm a women's lifestyle creator on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I like to learn a lot of new information, cutting edge information that everyone may not be privy to just because they aren't into researching and being at work like I am. So there you go. And so also my ultimate goal is to arm you with knowledge that will help you level up and help you live the life that you want to live so you can model that for your children and that they know that that's possible. And that can be your legacy, right? That's kind of my goal for what I want for my children. So today we are going to talk about strong at every stage, redefining fitness through the seasons of a woman's life. Have you ever noticed how your relationship with fitness changes as you move through different stages of your life? I have, for sure, right? Some stages we have more than others, especially if you initially started your journey before you had children. That looks a lot different now that you may have children if you have children. Maybe what worked for you in your 20s leaves you drained in your 40s. Or maybe after having kids, your body and energy feel completely different, especially because, you think about the postpartum process, the pregnancy process, all of that kind of changes our body. And so we get kind of down on our body. We get kind of, feeling self-conscious and such, but it's all kind of a level of stages. Here's the truth. Your body isn't failing you, it's evolving. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what fitness looks like at every stage of womanhood, from your 20s to your 50s and beyond. We'll break down your hormones, metabolism, energy, recovery, and mindset shift, and how to adapt your fitness routine to meet your body where it is right now. Because strength isn't about pushing harder, it's about aligning smarter. Why one-size-fits-all fitness doesn't work. Let's start with a myth buster. There is no universal right workout plan for all women all the time. Women's bodies are dynamic. Our hormones shift monthly, yearly, and through major milestones like pregnancy, postpartum, and menopause. Yet most fitness programs are built on male physiology, linear progress, constant intensity, and minimal hormonal consideration. The result? Women burning out, plateauing, or feeling like something's wrong with them. It's not your willpower, it's your biology asking for a different approach. Because obviously men and women are different, aren't they? So today we're going to explore how to work with your body, not against it. Fitness in your 20s is your building foundations. Your 20s are all about building strength, habits, and confidence that will carry you for decades. You've got energy, resilience, and strong recovery potential, but also the temptation to overdo it. So what to focus on? Consistency over intensity. It's better to show up regularly than to chase extremes. I also did a recent podcast on avoiding crash diets and how to eat sustainably. So that would potentially tie into this if you have that interest. Strength training. Build lean muscle and bone density early. They're your lifelong protectors. Form and movement patterns. Learn to move well before you move heavy. Cross training. Mix cardio, strength, and flexibility to build a well-rounded foundation. You need to watch out for overtraining or undereating, especially if you're chasing aesthetics. Using exercise as punishment instead of empowerment. Your 20s are your training ground, not just for fitness, but for how you'll relate to your body long term. Let's talk about fitness in your 30s. Balancing strength and stress. Your 30s can be a roller coaster. Career growth, parenting, partnerships, and shifting hormones. You might notice less recovery time, a slower metabolism, or energy fluctuations through your cycle. Here's the key. It's not about doing more, it's about doing better. Focus on cycle-based training. Align your workouts with hormonal phases, or cycle syncing if you've heard that. Follicular phase, lift heavier and challenge yourself. Luteal phase, go for lighter resistance and mindful movement. Functional fitness, focus on strength that supports daily life. Carrying kids, moving groceries, maintaining posture. Stress management. High-intensity workouts are great, but pair them with rest, walking, or yoga to regulate cortisol. Core and pelvic floor health. Especially postpartum. Rebuilding from the inside out matters. And let's talk about a mindset shift. You're not starting over, you're leveling up your understanding of how your body works. Fitness in your 40s, hormone harmony and maintenance. Your 40s bring perimenopause, shifting estrogen and progesterone levels, which can affect energy, sleep, mood, and muscle mass. This is when many women feel their bodies change overnight. But here's the empowering truth. Your body isn't betraying you, it's asking for a new strategy. What a powerful mind shift there. So you need to focus on strength training 2 to 4 times a week to maintain lean mass and bone density. Protein intake. Aim for at least 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. I also did a protein, how much does a woman need in protein podcast as well if you're interested in that. Mobility and flexibility. Keep joints healthy and movement fluid. Recovery. Hormonal shifts make recovery slower. Prioritize sleep and active rest. Moderate cardio. Think brisk walking, cycling, or swimming for cardiovascular health. The goal isn't to bounce back, it's to adapt forward. This decade is about sustainability, not extremes. Fitness in your 50s and beyond. Longevity and vitality. Your 50s and beyond can be your strongest years when you train smart. Menopause brings lower estrogen, which affects muscle tone, metabolism, and recovery. But movement remains your most powerful tool for vitality. Focus on strength training is non-negotiable. Muscle mass equals metabolism equals longevity. Joint-friendly movement. Think swimming, Pilates, resistance bands, walking. Balance and coordination, yoga, tai chi, or single leg training to prevent falls. Active lifestyle. Gardening, walking groups, dancing, movement that brings joy keeps you consistent. Social fitness, working out with others improves motivation and mood. I will say my girlfriends and I have had a walking club, so to speak, for a bit. And it is really nice to be able to socialize, but also to be able to be moving together and doing something productive while we're also doing something fun. So kind of mix and matching the fun with the work. So mindset shift. You're not slowing down, you're moving with purpose. This stage is about empowerment through embodiment. Let's talk about the emotional side of fitness. Here's the part we don't talk about often enough, how fitness feels, not just how it looks. Your body is a storyteller. Every stage of life brings new lessons in strength, surrender, and self-connection. When we stop trying to fight change and start listening to it, we realize fitness isn't about controlling your body, it's about communicating with it. So whether you're lifting heavy, walking in nature, or stretching in your living room, every movement is an act of self-trust. So if you've been frustrated by how your workouts feel lately, take this as your reminder. You don't need to do what worked in the past. You need to do what works for you now. Your fitness is meant to evolve just like you do. Strong looks different in every decade, and every version is beautiful. If you found this episode helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe, and maybe even share with a friend if you think that they would benefit from this. And once again, thank you for tuning in. And I will keep bringing you women's lifestyle topics that I feel that are relevant and that people want to know about. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.